Hi Pisces, this is your weekly tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It is for Pisces Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. And for those of you who are just finding the channel, my name is Michelle. I'm an astrologer and intuitive empath, and I use my psychic abilities and my empathic abilities to give you insights, as well as my knowledge of astrology to provide insights for you and hopefully guidance and encouragement in an entertaining way, because I want you to smile too. First, your astrological overview. There's a lot of churning going on inside of you, but the beautiful thing that's happening is a conduit for healing that's coming through, actually a beautiful aspect between Jupiter and Lilith. A sense of finding yourself, or finding your ability to love those aspects of yourself that you were once ashamed of. And it's not saying, it's like the shame, the fact the shame is gone is actually helping you to work through healing those aspects of yourself, because shame actually just kind of hides things. That's all it does. It doesn't take care of anything. So this sense of finding that connection to God's love for you is actually leading or becoming a path to your love for yourself and your unconditional love for yourself. This isn't you. This is totally the opposite, actually, of you making excuses for different actions or behaviors or things you've done to hurt yourself or other, whatever it is. It could be just perceived shame, you know, things that you are ashamed of, that you shouldn't have been, just parts of yourself that you never fully accepted. Ultimately, through Jupiter being present now, there's a sense of being able to love all of yourself enough to work through those aspects of yourself that were hard for you to accept, and then lead to healing, or create a conduit for healing yourself. Healing yourself. Now, there's a little bit of an aspect between Neptune and Mercury in retrograde that could cause a bit of tension, especially some news or information coming out or coming back at you that you thought was solved, that you thought was over with, that you thought you'd finished, or that you had, because there's Neptunian energy there, you'd perceived in a different way, and now it's becoming clear that no, I still have to dig into this, I still have to do something, or there's information there that is just reaching you that kind of sort of destroys an illusion or communication that's sort of forced on you that you weren't really asking for. Just a little bit of a hiccup, but also a sense of being able to kind of confront the truth and really be tested in, okay, how is this healing me going to deal with this? This me that is not going to react in shame, but instead is going to react in acceptance of what is, acceptance of what I see, as well as acceptance of the fact that some things do have to change, and if new information has come to me, or new obligations have come to me, things that I didn't expect, and there is like your kind of quadrant of the tarot card readings right now, with Capricorn, Aquarius, it's a lot that's kind of come to you in surprise. But I think the biggest surprise that's going to come to you guys is how you're able to heal it, and how your reactions are different. In fact, they're filled with a lot more of acceptance and kind of thinking positively about, okay, you know what, I can't run from this. I have to address it. I have to look at it, and I'm going to, because honestly, I don't want this piled up, and I don't want this bullshit anymore. And I'm always I'm almost seeing the light on the other side, and I just want to get to it, right? And so I can't go around it. I've got to go through it. That kind of energy is there for you now. Let's get into your tarot card reading. Pisces. 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 Okay. We have act as if, and then we have use your mind wisely. Okay, hold on. And then we have make your dreams real. So there's some manipulation here going on. some feeling manipulative or being manipulative or intentionally weaving a story to deceive. That's coming up in the corner. And then we have pig spirit. Use your mind wisely. Okay, so you see, okay, that's what it is. You fucking see the fly on the wall. You know, even if there are a bunch of black spots on the wall, like your wall is a fucking, I don't know, Dalmatian wallpaper, and the fly is sitting, you can see very clearly that the fly is there. So in other words, there is somebody here or something here that is listening or taking information that they should not be taking. And you see that and you understand that. And it is manipulative. It is sort of weaving a story that ultimately is false. It's not true. However, there's a sense of the spider trying to catch the fly. Okay, let's set up that story. Use your mind wisely. Act as if something isn't going on. Your course of action right now or up until this point has been to not acknowledge, to just sort of blend in and to not cause a stir, to not shake the water, shake the boat. I don't think this is because you're in denial, and I don't think this is because you are trying to be intentionally deceptive. I think it's because it's a strategy, because use your mind wisely is sitting right next to it. Maybe it's something that you couldn't believe at first, because this is often my when pigs fly card. It's like, oh, the impossible is happening. At first it probably is like you couldn't believe this is happening. You couldn't believe you were finding this out. You couldn't believe that you were seeing what you were seeing, right? So it took a little while for you to digest this. But then also there's a sense of, okay, now what do I do with this? Because I need to handle this intelligently. I know my truth. I know what's going on. I'm not doubting myself. I don't feel doubt here, but I do feel that there is kind of a sense of like looming in the distance, this energy of a fake story, of weaving a tale. And I just want to know your relationship with that. I'm not quite certain if you are, I hope that you're not participating in weaving the false tale or keeping up the appearances. I hope that you're not involved in the manipulation. I hope that you just see it. Ultimately though, make your dreams real. There's just a sense of in reverse, being wrapped up in somebody else's dreams, a feeling that you have been manipulated, and that you are caught somehow in a spider web. And that's why you don't want to make any sudden fucking moves, because you know that you have to be very strategic about how the fuck you get out of here. Heavy fucking energy, Pisces, but nothing you can't handle, because as long as you lose your, ever since Mercury went into retrograde, this has been me. I can't speak right. As long as you use your intuition, as long as you use your psychic abilities, which you have a plethora of, and you own your power and you don't hide from it, you will find your way out. I don't think it's through intellect. I think it's smart that you've decided to like take a second and, you know, kind of try to figure things out. But ultimately, hold on. You have the power to handle this. Be at home is here. So this could have to do with fourth house energy. This is probably why in some ways you don't want to rock the boat, because this has to do with close to home. It's hitting you close to home. This could be in your actual house within the four walls that you live in, or it could be within the family that you come from. Because it's almost like you're being witness to a lie. A lie. And it could be a lie to protect somebody. It could be just a lie to because you're not ready to talk about it, or because somebody you know isn't ready to talk about it. But ultimately, this is really hitting close to home. It's in a really personal spot, which means it is a very precarious situation. And then we have believe in yourself, squirrel energy. So Virgo energy, this is healing. All the while you are focused on your healing, focused on trying to grow and heal yourself. And there's this, I wouldn't say chaos, but this craziness around you. And it's almost like in some ways trying to sow seeds in tainted soil, or sow seeds in a place where there's not enough sunlight. So ultimately there's just this sense of I want to heal. Healing, you may not be able to heal, you may not be able to grow here. And that could be why there's a sense of, okay, what is my next move going to be? How do I find the exit? How do I move on? And maybe kind of trying to find a way to do it quietly, right? Like not stir the pot. You see clearly now. So this is owl here, which is in reverse, which means something was hidden from you. Something was kept out of sight. There was, maybe you were blindsided by this, or you didn't want to see at first. That could be too. This is a little bit in the past. Let me see what came out with it. Embrace the in-between. So you were trying to make peace, you were trying to make peace. You were trying to see both sides of things. You were embracing that middle ground, right? Where you didn't, like I said, like you didn't rock the boat. But ultimately that feels like a lie to you. That feels like you're not doing enough. That feels like you're part of the problem, or it feels like you're lying to yourself, and you don't like that, because that's exactly what you're trying to heal. You're trying to heal lying to yourself. You don't want to do that anymore. You want to be able to be true to yourself and true to the problem at hand, and admit what you're dealing with, because in what you're dealing with, admitting what you're dealing with, you now have control to heal it, whereas just by denying it, you don't. So ultimately there's a sense of something that you didn't want to face catching up to you and demanding healing, demanding that you acknowledge it. It's almost like it's not demanding it, you're demanding it, or your fate or your destiny, whatever you want to call it, it's demanding that you confront this, because even though it's not pretty to look at, it's necessary to look at, because you're caught. You're caught if you don't look at it. You're stuck. Pisces. Slow and steady wins the race is here. This is coming out in the past. This is Cancerian energy. It's also a sense of knowing yourself, but keeping to yourself. Think King of Cups. Realizing that you deserve better than this. Realizing that you deserve more. This could be Cancerian energy, a shell, protecting yourself, but also carrying your home wherever you go. Realizing that maybe settling down isn't for you. That could also be, or a sense of that you have to travel, that you're starting to realize that you have to move. It's necessary, though you may not have broken that to somebody else. And then we have Buffalo Spirit. The abundant universe will provide. So in the middle of all this chaos and craziness, we have two cards that are saying, you will heal, you can do this. And as crazy as it looks around you right now, the universe is going to provide for you. They're going to take care of you. You will have the resources you need to heal and restore, but you have to prioritize healing and restoring. And this is blessings from, that's Jupiter. Well, this is Taurus energy. But it's a sense of abundance, of having the resources. Having the resources to heal yourself, or being given the resources to heal yourself. And I'm going to say this to you right now. If you put your focus here, you will be sucked through the net and sucked out of the net. It's almost like this is your portal out of this crazy ass fucking situation. Focused on healing yourself. Whether it's almost like if you got sick, it may have been a blessing in disguise, because it's providing a way out. It's providing that backdoor exit, and that's exactly how you have to get out of here. It's the blessing in disguise, or just setting your mentality on whatever craziness is going on around me. I am going to prioritize my healing. My healing is everything, and if you stick to that path, you will be carried out of this kind of crazy tumultuous situation it's tumbling around you, if you focus on your healing, that will carry you out of it. You know, it's almost like sneaking out in the ambulance. Kind of, I know that sounds crazy, but also no. It's like through healing, you're getting your way out. That's what I wanted to say to you. Let's go to these cards. Pisces. All right. I was told to pick these cards, and I usually don't because they're my romance cards. And I don't imply that this is about a romantic situation, but clearly there's a message that needs to come out from this deck for Pisces. Take a chance on love is coming out. There is a card that needed to come out. But it's coming out in reverse and it's coming out in the past. A sense of misdirected or misguided, star-crossed lovers, a sense of being hit by love or a connection before you were ready, or a sense of kind of two ships passing in the night, a missed opportunity. Slow and steady wins the race. When we love, our lives are changed forever. It's almost like a sense of, I don't know, there's something not right about this connection. But it has been going on for a while. Or missing out on love. Feeling like somehow you just couldn't connect with somebody that meant a lot to you. Always feeling like two ships passing in the night. I don't know why that card came out. I'm trying to try to understand it. I just know that it had to come out. Throat chakra is here. Throat chakra means that you have something that you have to say. Crown chakra is here. Crown chakra is becoming aware of something that you can only become aware of when you are enlightened and when you are in total trust of the God space. So seeing things from a higher perspective and then speaking it into existence, maybe making a declaration of faith, of your connection to faith or your commitment to something you have faith in. And then we have intuition. So your intuition is your guiding force throughout this whole process. Trust your intuition on this. Trust your intuition on what you're hearing, what you're receiving of these messages from the ether that you're receiving right now. Trust your intuition on it and speak your truth, even if it sounds weird or it sounds wrong. I'm telling you right now, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Your intuition is giving you, your psychic ability is giving you insight into something that other people haven't caught on to yet. And I don't think that the throat chakra is saying you shouldn't keep this to yourself. Crap, you and Aquarius are getting these fucking crazy ass readings, just sort of like blowing me away. But ultimately, your intuition is your guide. And you should trust it. You should trust your intuition. That's what I'm hearing. We have, it's time to take action. So, new moon in Aries. Enough is enough. No more waiting. It's actually time to move forward, but move forward with your faith and your intuition. And let your intuition guide you, but don't stay. Take action. Do something. Speak out about something. Say something. Maybe say something that's been on your chest for a while. Conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse. So yeah, changes are happening. And even like, it's almost like changes to how you feel about something. Right? Changes to what something means to you or the attachment that you had to something. This could be something that you are struggling with inside of yourself because you don't want to feel like this is the end. But ultimately, you know this isn't the end. This is just a change or a shift in your relationship dynamics or where you are in your life right now or where you work. This is actually a conduit or a portal, a new beginning. But ultimately, there's also a sense of discomfort here. Getting out of your comfort zone, you become very comfortable. But comfort is like the enemy of progress, right? It's just, It's not. Well, perfection is the enemy of progress, but so is comfort. You've gotten real settled somewhere, and ultimately there's just a sense of, but you know intuitively it's time to jump. Trust your intuition, because there's something going on here that you're right about. It is underhanded and it's not correct. So please do respect what you're feeling inside, because that's the clearest part of you right now. You know, that's the part of you where you have access to the truth. And you don't even have to announce why you're leaving. You know, I don't think you have to make it a big statement, but you do have to take action and make a statement and saying, I've got to move on from this situation. Let's go to tarot, because I want to get deeper. I'll see you guys there.